It's a great day to be alive and an artist. My name is Matt with the Hat, and today in our audition series, we are going to take our next guidepost, which is communication and competition. Now, we've gone through several guideposts. First one, relationship, right? Who are we talking to? How do we communicate with them specifically? Second one is conflict, which is the essence of all drama. What are we fighting for? Third one is the moment before. What happened the moment? What happened the month? What happened the second before, etc., etc., etc. The next one, we got into humor and opposites, not playing what we normally would think should be played. And in our last episode, we looked into discoveries. Now, the next one kind of goes hand in hand with all of what we've been learning so far. Surprise, surprise. And it is communication and competition. Now, if conflict is the essence of all drama, then everyone in a scene is somehow in opposition to your goal. Maybe they're the jealous person and they want they want to have what you want to have, and you're competing in a very simplistic way. Maybe it's something a little more abstract. Maybe they want to show it's two people who are in love and they're in a competition to show, I love you more. No, I love you more. And it's this fun thing. But one of the things that's really fun is to, first of all, communicating with the other person. So you remember the last time I talked to you about having another actor present, right? And that other actor could be present in your imagination, but sometimes that literal exchange with another person makes it a little bit more real. But if we really get into our imagination, it'll be just as real for those of you who self-tape. But I highly recommend working with a scene partner. A lot of movies, a lot of TV shows, they'll have a reader across from you. So you may find a reader who's actually an actor, and that'll help. I have a friend who talks about some of the readers he's had as they literally say everything in monotone and how hard it is for them. And so I just want to encourage you, if you're doing a scene or a monologue, at least do it sometimes with a person that can have the ability to react to what you're doing, right? And try to communicate with them. I mean, in the best world, the person you're working with is auditioning for the opposite role and for the role that you're reading with, and you're able to play chess with them, right? But we communicate, again, very differently based on the relationship we have with that person, right? Do we love this person? Do we hate this person? Blah, 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 blah. Who are they to us? Is this the teacher I like? Is this the teacher that expects a lot from me, but also is very hard on me? Is this the teacher that hates me? Who is this? Who is this that I'm communicating to? And how do I communicate my need, what I'm fighting for, in a specific way with that specific person, right? A lot of children are experts. I would say most children are experts in this, right? They go to mom first, right? And mom says no, right? And they'll just ask mom, maybe. And then they go to dad and they've got a different strategy for how to get to dad, okay? And so maybe their strategy for getting to dad is promising something, negotiation. Maybe their strategy for getting through to dad is being playful. Mom said it was okay. I mean, children are experts at communicating based on relationships, right? And so your character is fighting for something. You've already identified that. You're working with that on your monologue. And now your character is going to try to get that thing, right? And so communication happens with who am I communicating? It goes back to what we were talking about last time in discovering. I'm discovering these little micro nuances from the other person, right? And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm playing chess, okay? And that goes into competition, right? And competition and communication are right on there. So let's say mom first says no to the ice cream. Little kid says, I want bubblegum ice cream. And mom says, no. So the kid tries a tactic, which we talked about in our first episode, or actually second one. And the kid tries a tactic and does something else. Please, right? Please, mom. Mom says, no. They're in a competition, all right? The kid wants sugar. The kid wants that gratification of the ice cream. The kid probably also wants to spend time with mom. Mom, in this circumstance, mom wants the kid to clean their room or wants to spend time with the kid as well. There could be a million things. Mom wants to pay the bills. I don't know what mom is fighting for. But the kid, in order to win the competition, has to keep trying something different, right? And so maybe the next one is, okay, mom, what if I cleaned my room? And mom goes, is that something that would be worthy of my child getting ice cream? Because I'm going to have to deal with my child being hyper, right? And so it's creating this competition, this game, this negotiation between one character and another, right? And so we continue, oh, mom, I love you. I love you more than anyone else. You're the best mom, right? There are millions of different ways for every scene to compete, to win, right? And sometimes as an actor, when we're dealing with the script, sometimes these are our given circumstances. No matter what in our script, the script is going to show us who wins and who loses, right? So if the first attempt is a loss, right? So the kid asks for ice cream the first time, back to our example. Mom says no, definitively, right? The kid registers that loss and says, I lost that match. How can I win? What has worked on mom before that I can get what I want? See? And this, so it's registering the losses, registering the wins as well, and competing to win. So, for example, let's say the tactic of, I love you more than my brother does. You're the best mom, whatever these things are. The mom is also registering her loss. And she went, the last time our kid did this same tactic on me, so I'm not going to let this one work. So it becomes this game. Who's going to win this? Who's going to win this? If the kid throws a temper tantrum, is mom going to win? Is dad going to? Who's going to win? Is the kid going to win? Right? And so we want to keep this communication, which is specific to the person, and this competition, which is specific to the person and the situation and the moment before and what we're fighting for, right? And so everything comes into play. Every guidepost before that we've talked about comes into communication and competition, right? I'm discovering there's a pause that mom makes after one of my negotiations if I'm the kid. And I discover, oh, there's a little chink in that armor. How can I exploit it? Right? And so we go toward that thing with reckless abandon. We go toward it with our heart's content. We go toward it trying to win in all circumstances. Now, I want to point something out as we go through this, right? Every single character in every single play is selfish. All right. Now, I'm not saying they're evil. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying they want something and they're going to do whatever it takes to get what they want. Now, their morals may come in between that. There's a lot of stuff in between all that. But what they want is selfish, right? And accepting that the character is going for a positive reason for themselves, right? They're doing this thing because of ... right? And they will do anything to get it because of ... right? And so don't be afraid to let your character fight for what they want with everything they've got selfishly. That doesn't mean screaming. It just means trying whatever it takes to get what they want. Along those lines, and there will probably be a video on this fairly soon in this or the acting channel, I do want to talk about bad guys or antagonists, right? And let's say your monologue is an evil character, right? Do not play under any circumstances. Do not play evil. Play action. Play what you're fighting for. Because the character in their mind isn't like, I am evil. Okay, that'll give you a one-dimensional bad audition. What you can play is you can play someone who wants something really bad and they're willing to go further to get what they want, right? Playing evil is not interesting. Playing someone who wants something, wants to achieve something, and is willing to cross some lines to get it. Now that is interesting because people can relate to that. People can't relate to pure evil, most people. And so we want to play our characters from a place lacking judgment. Okay? I'm going to repeat that, where we want to play our characters from a place lacking judgment because they want something and they're willing to do whatever it takes to get there. So I hope this video is enjoyable to you. I hope it is helping you on your monologues. I hope that each step is causing you to grow and is causing things to start to sink in. You are amazing. You are talented. Keep making art and have a wonderful day.